Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Bill Riley, Caliber Home Loans. This is episode number 1 of The Real Deal with Bill Riley. Something I've been thinking about for months, and I'm excited to give this a shot. This podcast thing is something me and Eric have been talking about for a long time. So I welcome you. Thank you for coming. If you guys can share it, that'd be great. I'm actually going to share it real quick. If I can here. I might not have to, might not be able to do it.
Yep, you can. Turn your volume on.
I can share it. Let's
Okay.
see. There we go. I got it. Okay. I shared it. Okay.
All right, I shared it.
You shared. Okay, that voice you hear is Ginny, my lovely wife with the Sugar Shelf Boutique. She's here today. I also got Ryan Ray.
What up?
Here today with the Salvation Army. So before we get started, I just want to talk. Let's get the mortgage stuff out of the way because I know that's not the fun. Nobody enjoys talking about mortgages or paying their mortgages. I know I don't. You like paying your mortgage?
I don't like paying
Yeah,
it, not per se. But
I love my house. I just don't like paying the mortgage.
I
So
don't think I'm going to do it anymore.
So you're not going to do it ever again?
No.
Dang, man, I just lost a customer. That
I
stinks.
don't do it either.
Well, yeah, because I do it. But anyway, I just want to briefly tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in the mortgage business for a little over 20 years. It was March of 2000 is when I got into the business. I stumbled into the business because I met this girl in college who's sitting next to me, and I had to make a little extra money before our wedding. And 20 years later, here I am. So I've been with a few different companies. Some of the realtors out there know that. I've been with Caliber for over 5 years. I love Caliber Home Loans. It's a great company. And
You've been with them the longest out of everyone.
A long time, 5 years. It's a long relationship. It's the second longest. Well, yeah, to you, I guess. So let's talk just real quick on the mortgage side of things before we dive into some more fun stuff about getting pre-approved. So right now, as you all know, I don't know, Ryan, do you keep up with real estate at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that if you list your house today, it's more than likely under contract tomorrow. If you list your house this morning at 10 a.m., it's probably under contract at 1 p.m. or even 10:15. Who knows? The importance of a pre-approval and getting with a lender and getting that piece set up is so important to be able to pull the trigger when that listing shows up because there's not that many. On the flip side of things, if you're looking to sell your house, you need to get a hold of your real estate agent because this is a great time to sell as well. But getting pre-approved is the best thing you can do. Even if you think you can't qualify, it's good to see where you're at because maybe it takes 2 or 3 months. Maybe you're ready right away. But to have that pre-approval letter is power right now because when the listing pops up, you can write that offer. So that is extremely important. I know I did Ryan's mortgage.
Yeah.
And it was the same deal. He got pre-approved and he was able to write right away. I didn't do Ginny's mortgage because I did my own mortgage. But anyway.
It's in default anyway.
It's in default anyway. Yeah, I don't even know if she's making the payments.
You refied mine too.
I did. Ryan's kind of run the gamut.
Yeah.
Got him pre-approved. He bought a house.
Got me a great rate, man.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
And then we refinanced.
I feel like I should hug you right
save
now.
us money.
Should
Maybe the savings should go in the old
That's right.
kettle.
That's right.
But I also helped Eric buy his house. So,
Nice.
you know, I'm not necessarily saying I'm the only one in town who can do that.
Kind of are saying that.
Well, you know, I'm kind of saying that, but there's other options. But definitely get pre-approved, whether it's me or some other lender. Secondly, let's talk about COVID. Ginny. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the giveaways today. We are giving away. Ginny, you want to talk about your gift card real quick?
Oh, we're
kinda
giving
went off
away.
COVID to something happy.
Can they see me yet?
Yeah, they
okay.
can see you.
All right. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking over here. Okay, so we're giving away 2 $50 Sugar Shelf gift cards. So it's something Billy wanted to do, so he actually purchased them. But we're giving away 2 $50 gift cards, so make sure you share this video so you can be part of that. Hopefully I have on some Sugar Shelf ladies so that they can be a part of that.
What do you call the new ones now? Sugar
the
babies?
Sugar Babies.
Oh, I like that.
And the Sugar
Clever.
Ladies.
It is Sugar
I like
ladies,
that.
Sugar babies. So anyway, COVID came around and changed the way the mortgage business, the way we documented most of our loans. And unfortunately, COVID's not gone away, and the guidelines have eased a little bit. But there's still some things I just want everybody to know. If you get paid commission, bonus income, self-employed, we've got to make sure COVID hasn't affected that. So what you maybe made last year doesn't really matter what you made this year, even if you have the same job. Some of the down payment options, some of the credit options, lower credit scores are just not getting approved as easy as they were. So there's some things that that are going on right now that you need to be aware of, and you need a trusted lender, which I would love to be that trusted lender, to be able to walk you through that. So there's a lot more details on that, but just keep in mind COVID is still wreaking a little havoc on my business. And to segue into that, Ryan, I know the Salvation Army, just real quick.
Yeah.
You know that I grew up in the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I'm an Army brat. I moved all over the East Coast before I moved here when I was in middle school. So I'm very well versed. I have family members who are
Salvation
still in the
Army
Army.
groupie.
Yes. I mean, it's kind of in my blood. I kind of broke away from it. I think my Nana still loves me, but she's still, they're all very active in the Salvation Army. So I'm very aware of what the Salvation Army does.
Yeah.
So with that being said, tell me what's happened. I mean, the community's, I'm sure, hurting, and there's some things that you could talk about on the impact of COVID and giving and everything else that you're dealing with.
Yeah, for sure. So, first of all, I think I felt like, I'm not sure I should be talking to you right now. This guy's a Steelers fan, and I'm a Browns fan. And
I almost brought my towel.
Yeah, out of spite, I was just not going to be here and leave him hanging because of what you did to my boys and I. And the
Baker's
rest.
ribs. Sorry, Baker.
On his birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday, too. I wanted two things for my birthday, and that was a Browns win and world peace. I didn't get either one of them.
You didn't get either.
So,
Dang.
anyway.
My bad, dude. And then I invite you in here the next day.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Bad timing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, with the COVID thing, it kind of exposes, the Salvation Army is a place that people turn to throughout the year, obviously pre-COVID, and they often see us as a safety net for when things, get tough and get difficult. And but now we're actually, we're seeing people we would have never seen before, come through our doors. In fact, we had one gentleman come through our doors that, like a 40-year-old dude that couldn't pay his mortgage. He's out of work, and quite frankly, a lot of people are embarrassed at having to use the Salvation Army. And I'm like, guys, this is why we're here, So what's interesting is that, we got hit the first couple of months, we did years of work in a matter of 2 months. And then, it sort of leveled off. We were ordering 5,000, pounds of food and, helping with, mortgage and rent assistance. And so that sort of leveled off, just a little bit. And now we're seeing a crazy increase. And we expect homelessness, the demand for rent assistance and all that to just increase as the winter months approach.
Why do you think there was a pause in that?
I think there was some relief that, obviously some relief that was happening. People were kind of running off of a stimulus or whatever it might be.
Account maybe.
Exactly, depleting that for sure. A lot of people have depleted those types of things. So we're seeing an increased demand for help and assistance. It's got us a little scared because there's only so much funds to go around, and so we want to be able to help everybody and anybody that we can. That's why we exist. So it's been tough, and even if you want to go a little bit more nuclear with us, we had to actually sort of do away with our youth pastor position, which the kids are at the heart of what we do. So we're hoping to eventually be able to bring them back, but it's just been tough, man. It's been real tough.
So what can the public do? Is it just money? Is it time? Is it food? Is it what can the people watching? I don't know how many people are watching. 40 people watching. Of these 40 people watching, is there what can they possibly do to help the community from the Salvation Army perspective?
Yeah. So first of all, it really helps to know what the red kettles are.
Right.
What they're for. At least I don't know about you. Well, no, you grew up in it, so you knew. But whenever I saw the red kettles, I was annoyed. You always want my money. So this is before I started with the Salvation Army, and my parents would take us to a thrift store to get our back to school clothing. So all my friends would have new clothes. I would have to go to a thrift store. So I kind of grew up resenting the Salvation Army, And then when I start to realize what the Salvation Army does and what we do in the community and what we do in people's lives, you started growing this appreciation. You start seeing the red kettles in a different lens. You start seeing that as a hope. When you cross a red kettle, you see that as as a way to get help to a lot of people. So when you start seeing the red kettles in the right way, then you might dig a little deeper. You might not pass a red kettle without giving. I didn't know I didn't used to know what that was for.
So do you, go ahead, Jen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That has to look different now with COVID.
Yes.
How is the kettles going to be this year?
So yeah, we just got word that Walmart and Kroger is going to allow us to ring bells out there, but we were fearing that. But nationally, a statistic that we have is we're anticipating about a 50% dip in our kettle campaign, which our kettles raise about $100,000. And if you can imagine that for they're not out but like 3 weeks.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The kettles in Springfield stay in Springfield?
Yes, 100% of it.
And I think that's something that is important, that what you give in Springfield doesn't go to the headquarters or wherever.
No.
And I know I've seen stats. It's been a long time since I've been there. My dad's probably shaking his head right now if he's watching.
How do you not know that, boy?
How do you not know that, boy? Or my brother, maybe my brother. Anyway, isn't a high percentage of that money used, there's some nonprofits, not naming names, that seem that it's weighted to where some of the giving goes to the top?
Yeah, I'll give you a stat.
There you go.
And for me, so I've been with the Salvation Army for 14 years.
Right.
And one of the things that keeps me here, it certainly isn't the paycheck, but it's the realization that we're stewarding a lot of people's money, hard-earned money, in the best way that we know how, and that we're getting max impact with it. So that matters when you pass a kettle. You're like, so the statistic is that 82%, so we'll say 82 cents of every dollar that you give to our kettle goes right into the community. Wow. And that is something that we take much pride in, because no one that works at the Salvation Army goes there to be wealthy. I used to make some money of my own on the outside of the outside of Salvation Army, and I wasn't happy. But when I started working with the Salvation Army, it was this fulfillment that I can't describe. So I think God just kind of helped me realize that money really wasn't the formula or the recipe, but when you're working, you're attaching yourself to an organization that believes and works hard. We've been in the Springfield for 135 years, and I'm 14 of that, but I get to see what all good we do with that money that people generously give. So so 82 cents of every dollar that you give goes right back into Clark County.
So that's the whole do the most good.
I was also wondering, I don't
like
they
that
say
slogan,
there's a change shortage this year. Do you think that will affect everything?
Okay, yeah, so get back
also?
what you were kind of leading to.
Because, it really, people are like, oh, I don't think it's true, but we really can't get, dimes in New Carlisle. So, it is a true.
New Carlisle's out of dimes?
One of the banks was out of dimes. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you.
Have we
it's
checked
true.
Los Mariachi's fountain?
I don't know if that's true.
Water, the fountain in the middle. Have we checked that
but
yet?
Seriously, everybody talks about it.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a real thing. But and here's another statistic: is we know that 63% of the people that were polled are admit to carrying less cash and coin due to health concerns. So we understand how that directly affects the red kettles.
Yeah.
So last year we incorporated kettle pay, so you could pay at the kettle with your phone. We're going to have a QR.
Way.
Yeah,
That
we're going to have a
is
QR
so
code
cool.
on the kettle sign, and you can do it from a distance away, and you don't have to have cash. So this whole lame excuse I don't have cash or coin, when you're passing a kettle, that ain't flying. You got a phone, and
You know what? I would have never known that.
Yeah, and last year we really tried to get that out, but it was a little tough. But this year we're really going to lean on that more. So
That's cool.
yeah.
So,
I wonder if there's some kind of a link he can drop on your page.
I think I want to drop something bigger than that. Tell me about Kettle Wars. Because I'm all about competition.
You fitting to go to war?
I think I might
What
go
are
to
you
war.
guys
I
talking
might go to
about?
war with two people. Can
Okay.
I get a three-way war?
I mean, you can if you even knew what we were talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
yeah.
I got two people I think I want to.
Okay, so thank you for bringing that up. So what we're doing this year, because we can't have our Red Kettle kickoff luncheon.
Right.
So we typically have, the community, we're at the Marriott, we got 300 plus people, and that raises about 60 grand.
Okay.
We can't have that this year. So
Jeez.
I'm starting a little thing, it's called
Wow.
Kettle Wars.
Okay.
And essentially it's an online kettle battle. So you would go to give.salvationarmy.org/Springfield Kettle.
Okay.
and you would create your own kettle. So
Okay.
you could have a Caliber kettle.
Kettle.
Yep.
I like that. Sounds good too.
And then you can call out somebody and say, hey, we are going to we're going to go to battle with, and then you call out somebody. And so they create a kettle, and then you guys basically see what you can raise. And then some of the cool gifts that we've got, so the business, we have it broke down in 3 arenas. So Kettle Wars is broke down into business, individual, and kids. So
Okay.
the business, the winner of the in the business category, who raises the most money, gets 2 billboards here in Springfield for 1 month, and then gets a 30 person party, up to 30 person party pack, Lee's Chicken, so you could treat a big group of people to a nice lunch or dinner or whatever, thanks to Lee's. And then you get the Kettle Wars trophy, which LWS has because they won it last year. It was a little different, but they won it last year, so they have this $600 Kettle Wars trophy. And then with the individual category, we've got something we're calling 12 months of Christmas. So essentially, the person that wins that will get a cool gift every month. For instance, you'll get a stay at Simon Kenton Inn and dinner. You know, you'll get a Young's experience, which will be all in everything you want. Every month it'll be something super cool. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the driving range.
She loves putt-putt.
It's not putt-putt, it's mini golf.
Mini golf.
Yeah, you can't say putt-putt there. Yeah. And then in the kids arena.
putt-putt.
In the kids arena, so we have, we really want to get kids involved in this. So our experience is a lot of kids are, obviously kind of just playing video games and whatnot at home. And
Stuck in front of the computers
Exactly.
for school.
So some kids are legitimately like, I want to help during a pandemic. What can I do? I don't have a job and I'm not an adult. So here's a great chance. They can go in to Kettle Wars, to our page, and they can create their own kettle, and they can start sharing that with church family, coaches,
So
friends,
Sugar
and all
Shelf
that.
could even go in and
Absolutely,
do
we've
this?
got business.
Whoa.
You could challenge Caliber.
I'm officially challenging the Sugar Shelf, and
Oh, nice!
wow,
Look at this guy.
you cannot take money out of our personal account.
You know what? I have a lot of ladies.
I know
I'm
these
sure
sugar ladies
really
are.
want to
These sugar
help.
ladies are a little. I
I
mean,
hadn't even heard of this until just now.
These sugar
Yeah,
ladies
yeah.
are a little wild. I might be in trouble, but I got some
Don't
pretty
be
wild.
talking about my ladies.
Okay, I got
Yeah,
some
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
wild realtors and other people that I think I can count on. So
I like it.
I'm
I like
challenging Sugar Shelf.
Okay.
And
So make that known.
make that known. I got one more. I
Sugar
got one
Shelf
more.
ladies.
I got one more. I got. It's gonna be a 3-way
Oh
challenge.
man, look at this guy.
Molly Thatcher, team title.
Oh.
Where's the camera? Coming for you.
There's so many
You were
cameras.
going down.
Molly, it ain't looking
Molly
good for you.
has been challenged. I got Sugar Shelf team title, Caliber. There's
So
the challenge.
between us 3, whoever raises the most.
Yes. Wins the challenge, right? Between
Well,
us 3. I'll
not
come up
really.
with a prize. I'll
It's
come up
not
with our
like
own
that.
prize in
Yeah.
case because if we don't win
Okay,
the
yeah.
big prize,
Yeah,
I'll come up
so
with
it's
something.
really just business. When you're in when you enter the business arena, it's everybody against everybody. Like Roost is going to do it. Springfield Smiles.
Sugar Shelf is in competition with
Yes.
whoever does this.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
the
And if you win, you
He's
get a
going to do
trophy?
a sub contest. Yeah, like a sub arena.
Yeah, sub-arena.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
Can I finish
All
just the
right.
kids area?
Yeah,
the
finish.
arena.
Sorry, I got
What
a
they
little-
get
got a
because
little-
we really want.
I
No,
got
it's all good.
excited, I'm sorry.
No, this boy wants to do battle.
I wanna fight.
He is a soldier, no limit
Man,
soldier.
let's go.
We're ready.
Yeah. I feel some animosity between these two already.
know.
It feels really weird in here right now.
It is a little weird in our house sometimes.
But for the kid, because we want to challenge kids to get involved in how they can help people during this pandemic,
Okay.
and creating a kettle and raising funds for their kettle is one way to do it, especially when you know what that money's doing and the good that it's doing. So for the kid, they get a trophy. They get $250 cash.
Wow.
And they get 5 Kings Island Gold Season passes to hook their families up. Whoever wins. So
That's gold
get
right
your kid
there.
involved. Yeah, get your kid
So
involved.
the 40 people, whoever's on this, if you have kids, get them involved. Nieces, nephews.
Yeah.
I will post a link on Facebook later, and copy Ryan on it and Miss Ginny here.
Sounds awesome.
And we'll get that rolling. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man, thanks.
I want to shift gears over to small business. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what?
let's
Let's
do
do
a
a giveaway.
giveaway. Yes.
Good call. I just
Okay.
had them bring the paper.
What
in
are
with
the coins over there?
Oh.
We got lots. We
Okay,
have.
I have $200 worth of giveaways here. See these coins? I don't know if we can zoom on those. These are $50 coins to the Cohatch. So my office is down at the Cohatch. There is the Market Bar. There is Painted Pepper. There is Fresh Abilities. There's the Iron waffle place,
Crust.
Which
Iron
I
and
heard
Company.
is pretty awesome.
Crust, their gelato and garlic knots are off the chains. High Street Brewery. So anyway, these are each worth $50. So we're going to give away 4 $50 gift cards for people that shared. I have the 4 winners, but we're just going to start with 2 right now.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we're going to announce the winner of one of the $50 sugar shelves. That is
And
going.
they can
Go
pick
ahead.
it up in store, or I can mail it to them. One or the other.
One or the other.
Does everybody know what that is?
Yeah, that's what we were going to. I mean, you kind of. I mean.
You said do a giveaway, so we're doing a giveaway.
Eric
We'll tell
said
them
do a
about it.
giveaway.
And then,
Yeah. Like we gotta build the hype.
Okay, let's talk about the sugar. This is what we're giving away. Actually, you know what? We're going to give away this first, then we're going to talk about
All
the
right.
sugar shelf.
Okay.
So the first winner of the $50 card is Michelle Haith. $50 coin is Michelle Haith.
Nice.
Michelle and I go way back in the high school days.
Oh, I know Michelle.
And she's a good person. She's actually, I think, a part-time realtor still. She coaches volleyball. I know this might help her get through her school days now. The kids are back. The market bar is calling your name, Michelle. I got you. I'll get this to you.
Very
So
nice.
congratulations. I want to move real quick over to small business. So I brought Ginny on. She is my wife. I don't want to hear any comments about out-kicking coverage, marrying up. Okay.
Stop.
It's okay. Who wants to marry down? That's all I want to know. Of
Oh
course
my
you
gosh.
marry up. You know what I'm saying?
What if
That's
I
why
think
you-
I married up?
Well, then you probably did.
I did.
Yeah, that's right. She did.
This is fantastic.
Anyway, Ginny was a stay-at-home mom for a lot of years. I won't go too deep into her story. I'll let her tell it briefly. But she just inspires me and what she's done with her business. And I just figured my first podcast, I'm having Ginny on because she's my wife.
Love it.
I'm the guinea pig.
We've been married 20 plus years. We have 2 kids. It's just, I love her more than anything. So I figured, why can't she be the first guest? So, Ginny, just synopsis on how you started the sugar shelf, where it's come, where you're going. How
Can
it's,
I be
How it's
honest?
grown. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was a
boy.
little obsessed with boutiquing.
Hugely.
And I kept telling my husband I should just open up my own boutique. You know,
Yeah.
I would save him a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I boutiqued all the time. So I said something to him. Of course, I got shot down a couple times.
It's pretty messed up, man.
I know.
Yeah,
Sorry, I wasn't supportive.
He was
you know?
crushing my dreams. But anyway, so I kept on him,
dreams.
and finally he just gave in. He said, "Okay, fine. We're only going to start online." I'm like, okay. So I didn't start the sugar shelf until I had his support
This is
because
so
I
hard
needed
to
that.
let you talk and not butt in.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
so then he finally said, "Okay, but we're only going online."
I said, don't lose
First.
money. If you have fun with it and you break even, do not lose money. That was the initial
I don't even
statement.
remember
That's
that.
what
I was
of
just
course not, because she
excited
was
to do
buying
it.
clothes. What are you thinking about it? Go ahead.
So we went online officially, I think September, oh no, August 28th or September 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, something like that. The end of August, beginning of September.
What year?
2017. So I signed the paperwork on Callie's birthday in August 7th. And then 7 days later, we show up in Vegas to go to market. Billy did my website, which still looks the same.
It's not
It needs
good.
a little update.
Might need a
So
referral.
please don't look at the website.
Send me a name, please.
And then I
Did you
had
say
this.
don't look at the website?
Well, it's a little rough.
It's that bad,
It's
yeah.
a little outdated. But anyways,
2017.
okay, stop. So then then I decided I wanted to do a mobile boutique where I could drive this truck around with a bunch of clothes in it and sell out the back. And he, of course, said, no, that's ridiculous. And I had been
This guy,
Pinteresting it, and I showed him all these pictures. And then his dad came over one day and was like, I saw this truck in the lot in Urbana. So on our way to one of Callie's volleyball games, we stopped and saw it, went back the next day, brought my dad, decided to buy it, took it directly to wherever to have a bunch
Mechanic.
of stuff fixed. And by November, we had a mobile boutique.
Because on the driving at home, she was following me, and I even had the windows rolled down. It was an old Sheehan Brothers truck. And I literally thought, I had to pull over because I was dizzy. I thought I was getting carbon monoxide. It was awful. It was like the exhaust
we
was in
put
the
a-
middle of the truck. It was
But we
terrible.
put a lot of money into it. We polished
Got the
her
Eddie
up,
Griswold
and now
truck there.
she was really pretty, and
Yeah,
I sold out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend Nikki and Billy and my mom, actually Kelly Van Gorder, I don't know if she's on here live. She's the one that called and said, you need to go live on Facebook. And so Billy and Nikki that works for me really pushed me to do that. And it's just been growing ever
you opened
since.
your store?
And then then everybody's like, we want to try on. And I couldn't always take the truck out because it's kind of a seasonal thing. So,
And a sketchy truck.
I love that truck. And
Windows are painted.
then we opened up the store a year and a half ago, and we're busting at the seams.
Yeah, but
it's fun.
But what Ginny won't tell you is that her business has grown organically with treating people the right way, having good product. See, she gets
Having
embarrassed,
good customers.
having good customers, people sharing it. She has not boosted any posts on Facebook. I asked her the other day. She's like, as far as to grow.
Billy and I share a Facebook page, and somehow I got kicked off and I couldn't boost him anymore. And he would get mad at me every time I'd be like, "Can you boost this for me?"
Gosh,
I'm calling him out.
You're not looking
But
good.
He would get mad at me, so I just
not a
didn't
good
do
person.
it anymore.
It's grown organically from, and then I am a good person.
I'm kidding, Bill.
During COVID, though, she was struggling because she had to shut her store down, and then she started doing live sales weekly, and then it just grew because people were at home wanting to do something.
Yeah, I get it.
She started selling. So she will never brag about herself, and I'm not here to brag about her. I'm just proud of her and what she's done. And she's the proof of that a small business can grow organically.
Love it.
In 3 years, she goes from 10, 15 followers to probably close to 4,000 followers.
Nice.
And now that you're on the Real
know.
Deal podcast, it's probably went to 5,000 or 6,000 followers.
Oh, I'm
Right?
sure,
Okay.
just because
She's
of the
probably at
Real
4,002 followers. Actually, all the people I know follow her, so it doesn't even matter. Ryan, will you follow her so I can at least
Yes, I
get
will.
next follower? Thank you.
If I could get one of them cards. Yeah.
So, I just, my goal with this podcast is just to talk to small business owners because I know it's a struggle. I'm married to someone who runs a small business. Eric's very well versed in small business, the chances he took. His wife is running a small business. And
Which is really cute, by the way.
yeah.
I just found out about it today.
Likes them B's T's.
B's
right?
T's, B''S T's.
Yeah.
Like that.
And she's not a killer. Like for me, I don't want don't talk to the competition. Let's
Right.
go. Let's fight. She's just like, oh, everybody's great. Let's share. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we're definitely cut from a different
Cloth.
cloth.
For sure.
For sure. But that's why we're probably good together, I guess. So anyway, with that being said, a $50 gift
Sugar
card.
Shelf
from
gift
Sugar
card.
Shelf.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's give it away.
I have 2 of them.
I don't know who the winner is.
What's
Let's
your address in New Carlisle, Jen?
116 South of Main Street,
Right
New
next door to
Carlisle.
Rite Aid?
Right next to Rite Aid.
If you park in the Rite Aid parking lot, you can walk
Walk
to
around the
Rite Aid.
corner, bright pink door. I will mail it to you if you can't stop by.
There you go.
Nice.
You gonna pay for the postage or charge them?
I'll pay for the postage.
It's generous.
$50 gift cards.
And you're the one that paid for it and is giving it away.
jeez, I am. $50 gift cards go to Nikki Williams. Who's Nikki Williams?
Nikki Williams. Okay, so I grew up with Nikki.
Okay.
She's from Donaldsville.
Oh, she's from the Deville?
Yeah, she's a Sugar Shelf Sugar
Wanna
Shelf
talk about
lady.
The DVP?
Oh my gosh.
With Curtis
so
Muma is watching
ridiculous.
this. Curtis Muma always said that
It's
Ginny,
not true.
when Ginny grew up in Donaldsville, that she was a part of the Donaldsville posse.
Which is not something he made
I don't
up.
wanna
That is
know what-
not
I don't know.
true.
I trust Curtis Muma. I trust
It's
him.
not true. It is
DVP.
not true.
Donaldsville.
She's the
Posse.
ringleader of the DVP.
Stop.
Anyway, I'm gonna get in trouble for that later. So Nikki Williams, and then the second one we got here is Jamie Collier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jamie, yes.
So
She's
Jamie
a realtor.
Collier, she's a realtor, Coldwell Banker.
Nice.
Now she's going to have to come see me in person.
She is definitely.
And buy something.
I'm not going to
Not just
mail
come
her.
see you.
She has to come see me.
Let's go ahead and give away this last thing here real quick. $50. This is Danielle Chapman won this. So
Oh.
Danielle, I don't know if you're on here, but your $50 coin awaits you. I'll get that to you. You and Michelle can catch up on old Shawnee business.
Are they both from Shawnee?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So Ryan, I want to bring you back in on this. The
Yes, sir.
toy run happened yesterday.
Yeah, man.
So that's all. So when we see those motorcycles,
Yeah,
they
don't
are
say
coming.
that.
Sorry, my
Look,
bad.
Those men and women in leather.
Those men
they'll-
and women
they'll
of
hunt you
leather.
down. You say that again.
Men and women of leather that stop everybody on the four-way stops and gets kind of annoying.
I mean, if you want to look at it like that,
Not
I
annoying.
kind of want
It's
to
a
put it in a
annoying,
bad
but
light.
it's a big deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they are coming straight to the fairgrounds to drop
Yeah.
off toys for you.
Yeah,
So you're
so-
kind of the ringleader of the men in
Oh,
leather.
I didn't know that was going
Yeah,
to the...
so that was yesterday,
Yeah.
and they had a pretty good turnout. All things considered, when you're considering the cold rain and then the COVID,
yeah.
stuff. So they filed into the fairgrounds and brought all their amazing toys that will help make a dent in what we anticipate. And this is, I think, their 42nd run, and I saw pictures.
wow.
I saw pictures from their first run, and there was maybe 13 toys or whatever, and they were like Lincoln Logs and those monkeys. Yeah, which I still like. But the monkeys,
so cool.
that you connect the monkeys. I forget what they're called.
I forget what those are called.
But I mean, it was like it birthed from a great place, you know. And the way I see it and the way I kind of explain it is that really it's the area's largest display of love, and it's the perfect mix between love and leather.
Yeah, love.
But all those we anticipate a huge increase. With the toys. I wouldn't say huge, but we'll see. We're not sure. But next week is our Christmas assistance sign up, so the parents come in and sign up for Christmas assistance next week. And then we'll kind of assess what we're looking at. But what the Highway Hikers Toy Run, what that does is it kicks off our Christmas season and gives us an idea of what we have to work with. And then, of course, we have people that pluck the angel trees. Speedway does an amazing job. They'll adopt like 500 kids and they'll buy for 500.
Wow.
But that's just one of many that do a great thing here in this community. So the whole goal of that is, man, in America, it seems like Christmas has become a necessity, or Christmas toys. Waking up to Christmas, it hurts your heart to think that there might be kids that wake up in Clark County to nothing under the tree.
Yeah.
And the parents are having to explain that away. And what we don't want is the parents to have to do that. And especially during this time, because now like parents are trying to figure out what don't I pay in order to help my kid have a fantastic Christmas. So we don't want them in that position. We don't want them to have to think about that. We want them to know we don't care. We don't want them to say, hey, these toys came from Salvation Army or from the Highway Hikers.
Doesn't matter.
You say it's from Santa, you say it's from you guys, it doesn't matter. We want these kids to be blessed in Christmas morning.
So you can sponsor a family.
Yeah, you
so
can
we get
adopt a whole
hold of you if
family.
you want to do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to go ahead and commit Caliber, my branch, to adopting a family.
That's awesome.
I'll adopt a family for sure.
Fantastic.
There's two
And
families.
that makes me think about what you guys do. Like Caliber, the last couple of years, you have contacted me on Thanksgiving, which is incredible. And you said, hey, I want, man, I think you did 10 whole families last year, and you got them these amazing Thanksgiving dinners, all inclusive, everything that they need. And so we found 10, which is not hard to do. But then you contacted me not long ago. This is probably before you even knew you were doing a podcast.
Yeah,
so,
it was.
And you didn't know I was going to say this,
No,
but
I
you
didn't.
said I want to raise that to 50 families. So,
Oh, wow.
dude, that's for
Did I tell
me.
you that?
This is part. Sorry about that.
My
He
bad.
hadn't told
My
his
bad,
wife
babe.
yet. I gotta be careful. Does
Sorry
she
about
know
that.
you're also a
Mortgage
Steelers
payment
fan?
this month.
Sorry about that, debit.
Yeah. So no. Anyway. Yeah. So you're gonna need to bleed that account, is what he's saying. That he told you not to bleed. But yeah. So
Self-robbery,
50 families because of you guys. On Thanksgiving morning, because I think sometimes we take that for granted, right? Like a Thanksgiving dinner and what that looks like to get around. You smell the food and whatnot. But a lot of these families, man, they just don't have the money. They don't have the extra, like, a turkey or whatever, So
And probably more in need this year with
Exactly.
Thanksgiving and Christmas
I don't really
because of
talk
COVID.
about
Yes,
that stuff.
exactly.
We're not. Me and Ginny, both of us are not one to do things and expect. So I did not know you were going to say that.
I know.
did not you were gonna say that.
I knew you weren't going to say it, and I wasn't even going to say it. But the truth is, it blesses me.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Truth is, to me, and I know to Ginny as well, doing stuff like that is just to deliver the meal.
Yeah.
And we got a party bus last year. My buddy has a party bus, and we got 2 families, and we jumped in there with,
And
I think
just
it was
drove
like
all
12,
around
it
all
might have been
morning.
15 or 20, and we drove. He mapped it out on his phone, and we stopped at different places all
Actually, I
around
think it
the
was
city.
20. Yeah, 20 families.
Yeah, and so
Here's why
they
I
open the
said.
door, and it's just like they're so thankful, and it's like, oh my gosh,
Exactly.
man. That's how we start our
They
Thanksgiving.
don't expect it, and they
No.
they don't know it's coming. A lot of these people, they just feel like, they just don't have a lot of hope in people, and hope in humanity. But why I share with everybody what you did, because I think that's going to inspire other people to kind of, and that's why I think it matters that we know what, like a business like Caliber or you that's a leader or whatever, what they're doing behind the scenes. You don't need to expose that, but I'll do it because I want people to see the good that's happening in
Right.
Clark County. Because let's face it, oftentimes all we hear about is what we don't get right.
It's true.
And we're defined by what we don't get right here in Springfield. There's so much good happening, and we shouldn't keep that quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I appreciate that.
We actually talked recently like the other night about going away for Thanksgiving, and I said, "But we got meals to deliver that morning, right?" And he's like, "Oh yeah."
It's
so we're like, we can't,
we got to feed the people.
Yeah, and it's that that's why it's good to have a partner in life that thinks the same, because I didn't think about it, she did, and I was like, "Oh, you're right," because it does mean a lot. Our kids do it, we make them do it whether they want to or not.
That goes a long way for your
kid.
kid.
You in the parking lot with your kids to split up the meal, so it's pretty cool stuff. So. But I don't know. Anything else that's on your mind, Miss Ginny? No? Okay.
So we can do the kettle.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Kettle Wars.
You guys are committed to a lot of things.
Excuse
me if I drink from my brand new caliber. Pardon me.
So Kettle Wars, Thanksgiving meals, and Christmas families.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Just commit to those three things. And I'm going to be honest, it's not easy to commit to stuff like that. Right. So if you're on this thing and you're feeling any kind of feel from this, any kind of nudge from this conversation about the community and what we can do, reach out to Ryan, reach out to me. If you want to get involved in the Thanksgiving meal, I never really opened it up, but if you want to donate a little bit to help towards the 50 meals we're doing, then that's great.
If you can't do it yourselves, we can do it. We can deliver it for you.
Or if you want to help, if you want to help deliver, if you're like, hey, you know what, I really can't.
It's a fantastic experience.
Just deliver it. It's pretty
that's
cool.
a good idea too.
So. Anyway, and I didn't come on here to talk about all that. So this is just kind of where it took us. So, I'll leave. I'm going to be doing these podcasts every couple weeks. New guests, new ideas, new people to talk to, new perspectives, and I just want to thank Ginny from the old Sugar Shelf for coming today.
Old Sugar Shelf.
The old. Did you say the old?
The old Sugar Shelf.
The old.
It feels like it's been around longer than 3 years. And Ryan Ray, thanks for coming.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me. We've known each other
a long time, and I'm glad we finally get to connect like this. And as far as I go, I don't want to circle it back to mortgages, but you know what? That's kind of what I do. So if you want,
I think we should see if anybody has questions.
Yeah, that's good.
What if anybody has a question?
Matt, is there any questions or comments?
Dude, there's tons of comments. Everyone pretty much loves Sugar Shelf. You got your Sugar Shelf squad out here.
What about me?
Yay!
Is there anybody has?
They love you because you.
What about Billy?
Love the Sugar Shelf.
I think she exposed some stuff about you. Now people are like,
Nobody has questions.
All right.
I'll go
well,
on there and
here's the
send
deal.
a comment.
If you want,
This is awesome podcast.
thanks. If you want to help with the Salvation Army, I'll put the link for the Kettle Wars if you want to get involved in that for the kids too, specifically the kids.
Yeah.
You can message me privately or get with Ginny if you're a sugar lady and you want to help with this Thanksgiving thing. Heck, if we can go more than 50, I've already committed to 50, so we can do 51. That's one extra family, right? So I got to get with Kroger. I'm hoping they'll work with me too this year because we're getting bigger. And then lastly, least important of everything we've talked about, is if you want to get a mortgage. Okay, if you want to get pre-approved, go to RileyLens.com. RileyLens.com. I'll put that online too. It's all over the place.
Can I share from my experience? Since I'm a freaking customer.
Ooh, that's
I'm
a
not
good
just
idea.
a Salvation Army dude.
I know.
But so my experience with you guys, I've purchased homes down through my life and my vast life of 43 years now. I'll say this with you guys. You would send me texts and you would keep me in the loop. You would I didn't have to pry stuff out. And there was sometimes I'd ask you a question, you were always available. And I think for a business, especially when you got questions about interest rate or whatever it might be, this guy won't treat you like a number, So that is so important when you're buying a house, because there's so much involved. It's so intricate. So for me, Caliber, that's why I talk it up to everybody because it felt like a family. That's what it felt like to me. So, that part needs to be exposed. And again, I want to get back to your giving nature because that compassion also makes your business shine a little more, obviously. Oh. So those are components of why Caliber, it would be the right choice, and why I'll stick with you guys forever because all those components and how good that stuff is, you got it right. You're doing it right. And you were bragging about your wife, how she's doing it right. And she's
He cares. I can back you on this. He cares so much about everyone all the time. He stresses out at home. He paces back and forth. He's always on the phone trying to make sure that something got taken care of. And he truly cares.
I believe it.
When people get upset with him, a lot of people don't know this, but he really does have a soft heart. and it bothers him when someone's upset or when something's not gone right. I can honestly back you on that and say he actually really does care about
Unless he's talking about the Steelers versus the Browns kind of thing. Let's get back on that. Do we have time? We have an hour or so left. So, but no, I love that. I
appreciate that. I've always just tried to treat people the way I wanted to be treated. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. The process isn't perfect. The mortgage process is rough. But I feel like I've lasted as long as I have, and I've grown a branch with, I think I have 10 or 11 loan officers now, and I've drawn people in because they know I care about them as much as, they care. I worry about their families and what they're doing as well as my own stuff. So, maybe a Xanax is needed every once in a while, which I don't have. I don't have, okay? But I'm just saying.
Boy, I didn't say a Red Bull or
no.
friggin'
Maybe your employees are the ones that need it.
some comfort food. But
After having to do everything you guys do.
She's petting him.
Okay.
She's literally petting him.
She is petting me, sorry.
Can I say, I just want to say one more thing about that, because you hit me up not long ago and you were like, I'm going to save you some money.
Yep.
Let's refi. I didn't contact you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these customers are more than customers to you. You got it in the back of your head. You know where people are with their mortgage and rates and stuff. So you hit me up and said, hey, I think I can save you some money. You saved me like $120 a month by refi. And that obviously down the road, it means a lot.
Huge.
So that's a big deal.
Yeah. I know I'm coming from a genuine place. I know there's a lot of mortgage companies out there that are not coming from a genuine place. No. It's a commission place, and that's just not me. And so I truly do care. Obviously I do this for a living, so there's income involved, but that's not my number one thought.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and as my business grows, I want to do more things.
Yes,
I want to give more.
that's
So
the thing,
I don't know. I'm not
That's a
tooting my own
means to-
horn. It's just
We are.
I just
For
try
you.
to do the best I can do. That's all I can say.
Oh, we appreciate you, man.
Okay. So, are you guys good?
Yeah.
This was like a reverse roasting. Like, I was waiting for something bad.
Oh,
but it
we could
wasn't.
come up with
Until
something.
she
We could
started
come up with some stuff.
No. That's too much. That's another podcast. And that's not for.
I'm excited about that.
I'm not invited to that one.
No, you
I
are
didn't
not.
get the
That is
invite.
a private viewing. So listen, want to refinance, want to purchase, RileyLens.com. Put an application. We're down at the Cohatch. Stop in and see us. I will get these coins out to people. We'll get these gift cards out to people. Once again, Sugar Shelf, thank you. You're killing it. I'm proud of you. Love you. Ryan Ray, keep doing your thing.
Thanks, Ray. You love me?
I love you too.
Okay, man.
I'll keep
Just
pushing
not like
it.
that.
Just
Yeah,
don't
okay.
love the Browns. But anyway. So anyway, we're done.
no threat to you, and you
I
know
appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully we'll come back with a better one next time. Maybe.
Oh, wow. What are you saying?
Wow.
What are you saying, bro?
My feelings are hurt.
That was a
I don't know if it gets
terrible way
better
to
than
end
these
this.
two.
Yeah.
So
What the
anyway,
heck?
thank you.
Thanks.
You guys are good.
All right, man.